Feature Friday.
The freshest.
Right, so do you remember when I said, like, if you go to, like, the new releases in the last, like, I don't know, months, A.R. Rahman is credited in everything. And something that's happened lately is Arijit Singh has just released a song, like, a week ago.
Okay.
With A.R. Rahman being the composer.
You know what you do.
I think it's for a movie, I'm not too sure, I don't know much about this, but he got really requested. It is quite a shorter piece, so I don't know if perhaps there's a longer version. If there is, do let us know. I'd love to see him play this live as well. But let's give it a watch of the video and let's break it down.
All right. I think
review
this is
this.
gonna. I already have a feeling this is gonna be really cinematic.
It looks like it for the
in the sound of it. Oh, nice.
You know what's funny? You can tell straight away when a movie is like 2021 because a shot looks more real than my eyes.
I was gonna say,
is that 4K
the 4K
for us?
The 4K coming in clutch.
No, it's not 4K. It's just 1080p. But fucking hell, that camera's mental.
It's a serious film.
Serious film. Color yellow. Cape of good films.
Ah, did you hear that? Did you hear that? What the hell was that?
Wow, that's a bizarre chord.
Oh. Okay. I talk about this choices in music that actually create the space in which you're gonna find yourself as an spectator in the music, and AR understands that with tension and creating musical accidents as a constant in music, you find yourself under this pressurized environment that you don't really quite get why you're feeling a certain way, but it's all induced because of the accidents in the music composition itself, and it's very palpable in this first few seconds of the song, especially in the melody line that you're hearing from the vocalist.
Yeah, it's like we always mention that. I was just looking them up just so I don't obviously say anything wrong, but we always discuss about obviously different shades and kind of this aspect, this spectrum of brightness and darkness in music, and how different obviously minor keys are a bit darker and major keys are obviously brighter and they have a more uplifting effect. Minor ones are a bit more down, they create suspense, sometimes a bit of a eeriness, right, depending on when you utilize them. But then there's obviously, you know, darkness way beyond that, and then there's brightness way beyond that. And what I think AR has really been able to do, I think the best example of that is that performance we saw him doing a rooftop.
Yes.
Where he does play, obviously, like he probably goes from, you know, playing along with more of a traditional major keys, and then maybe he goes a bit brighter, he goes Dorian, sometimes he goes Mixolydian, right, which is probably the most often utilized abnormal.
It's the most accidented because it creates suspense. But it's bright. It still leaves you uplifted. It doesn't leave a bitter taste in your mouth, so you don't feel like you're comforted with conflict.
But now I think obviously he's gone way darker in this. So I wouldn't know. I don't know what chord it is, so I wouldn't know. You know, if it's fucking Locrian or Aeolian or whatever the fuck you call him.
I actually believe you're working on a major key, but you're using half notes. So you're using sharps and in a minor chord to create the conflict in which you're hearing. Because if it was working on a minor key, the minor sharps that you're hearing in the chord progression would feel natural, so you wouldn't hear conflict. You would feel more nostalgic, down, sad, rather than finding yourself in a position of conflict.
But here it feels more, well, at least to me, it felt more like not emptiness, but kind of like you're stuck in a labyrinth. You are in the middle of nowhere.
It's very conflictive, yeah. If you hear it, if you continue from where we were. So you're working on a major key. There's a lot of conflict.
Oh.
See, that's not a minor key.
Go on.
Is it?
That's minor, dude, without a doubt.
Okay, find it. I want to know what key we're working on in this song.
Yes, D major.
I told ya you're working on a major key.
Yeah, and there's only 4 chords. It's D major, F major sharp, G, and then B minor. And I think what we hear, that kind of conflicting note,
is the F sharp and the B.
No, I think it's the F sharp to G, and then G to B minor.
Yeah, those are the conflicted.
That's fucked.
Yeah, it's awesome though, but you hear the conflict because of all the.
No, we're wrong. What we hear is F sharp major to the B minor. He's even more on crack.
Gosh! But yeah, I want to
know. Just so you
know.
if you've never played the guitar, that it literally sounds like that, like it sounds like that.
Yeah, it's like
it doesn't make any fucking sense.
Nothing. It's really sustained,
Play
and even though it's like a constant because that's the structure of the song.
Yeah.
You still never really quite feel used to it.
It feels like those songs where you're like hypnotizing a snake.
No, it feels
my
like...
neck.
It feels like... It feels like you're in a boat. So it sways up
That's
and
right.
down.
In the middle of nowhere, and there might be the Loch Ness Monster below you.
Yeah, basically.
Doctor. Ooh, that's fat.
Oh, but that's where you go from that D major into the F sharp. The swell is it's bright. What accidented, you see? Oh!
What's it say?
Hospital.
Wear a mask. It's oh, so this is to do with the pandemic.
Ah, so it's like literally bang on now.
Go on.
When did this release? Oh, 2022,
Yeah,
January the 3rd.
Last week.
Oh my god! Yeah, sorry. Sorry. Yeah, I suppose.
I said it before, yeah.
I suppose I wasn't listening. It must be so tough.
Oh fuck.
But you hear
again.
that,
Jesus.
you heard that. There's like, oh, nice, progression, oh, predictability, hell no. It's like, actually, no, not at all.
Let's watch a bit more, and then I want to check out the lyrics, obviously, to see the accompaniment between the sort of, the odd decision of Chord to create disparity, darkness, uncertainty, suspense.
No, conflict. It's just overall very conflictive.
Yes, I think there's certainly uncertainty though in the chord progression, because I think what they're trying to allude to in the video, there's uncertainty of life. Like you're going to a hospital, and because it is in this position, very difficult position where I think he's operating as a doctor maybe.
He was stitching
someone. Yeah. There's the uncertainty that they might make it or they might not make it. So I think that plays to that jump between that B minor and that F sharp major.
Yeah, I suppose.
You know what I mean? Because I think from your interpretation, you see it way more in the conflictive manner, that there is a conflict, and then the major key brings a resolution.
There's no resolution. What I'm saying is that, if I were to translate the chord progression that we heard so far into character development, like you would in musical theater, I would think from the character's perspective that he, given that he's the doctor and he's the main character here in which we're focusing on, it's an optimist. Therefore, the major key, the foundation of the song, is on a major it's on a major scale. But the environment and everything else surrounding the situation in which the character finds himself, it's conflictive and it's accidented and it's problematic, and there's no resolution, no constant to it. So from a character building perspective, that's how I would translate the composition of the music itself. But then again, the lyricism plays a huge
check it out. Let's give it a watch.
To it too. It just feels hard work.
Because people were like, pay attention to the details. That's why I'm fucking. Father?
They definitely lost somebody though. And I think maybe she was in love with the doctor. They lost somebody they were close with.
Here you go, yeah, guessing
Well, yeah,
plots.
here I go. Conspiracy theorist on the go.
No conspiracy.
Based on 10 seconds of a movie.
Everyone's going to be like, here we go. Let's go and Efra once more, guess the plot completely wrong. However, would make a good movie though.
Yes,
10 out of 10 would have watched that as well.
Definitely. But yes, this is my prediction. She's in love with the doctor. The doctor loses maybe perhaps her brother.
He wasn't wearing a mask though when he was operating, so he might not be a doctor. He might just be helping. Like he might be like
like a
volunteering.
but for volunteering you still need to like
maybe they ran out
mask up or whatever.
Yeah, maybe they just ran out. Maybe it's that fucking tough.
Maybe it is. Well, that's what it sounds like, right? Like it's hard work. Like everything is just effort inducing.
Let me just finish. Let me finish.
Sure, no problem.
Such a complex song.
This is what morning feels like.
Disney Plus. Hosta. Atrangi re.
Atrangi. Sorry.
Got the lads.
Look at the lads.
Go put the lyrics in.
Oh, sure. It is one hell of a complicated song.
I think it's for it might be for a movie, but
it is complicated.
It feels really real.
It's true and it's honest and it's raw and it's open. It's freaking hardcore lyrics, English. Oh, here we are.
Okay, so it goes, someone who looks deep into your eyes and quivers on your lips like an unspoken word.
Ooh.
Someone who can read your mind and has an intimate bond with you. Yeah, they have lots of adverts.
Make your money, bro.
Someone whose warm breath you feel on your skin and who meets you in secret.
Oh, okay. See, there's a lot of secret lover situation. That's what I think.
Someone who you dream of and who loves you back. Someone who you dream of and who loves you back. You had their number 100.
Yes, I don't know where that translates into, but I saw it too.
Someone who pulls you close and tugs at you playfully. Someone who claims you as his is what I want to know. Someone who claims you as his.
So you're hearing it from the perspective of her. She's the one singing? I thought he was the main character.
No, what do you mean? It's him.
Well, but
singing. Who is he? He's asking her who the guy is.
Oh yeah, good point. sorry. Well, yes, you're correct.
Who is he? What does he look like? Who is he? What does he look like? I'm not the one. I'm not the one.
I know I'm not the one.
I know I'm not the one. I'm not the one. I'm not the one. You are in love with, and then an advert.
And the end of the song.
Fuck, you know.
So,
what the hell is that ad?
I don't know what it is.
Up. Yeah, I mean, certainly it could be him speaking to her. Or, yeah, like, and that's why he's so pissed. Maybe he's just saved the life of the man she loves the most. And he's in love with him. And he's in love with her, sorry, but she's in love with him. Maybe something along those lines. I have no fucking clue.
I don't know, but there's a lot of complications.
I have to say, though, this is probably one of the most musically complex songs we've heard in a good while from either Arijit or AR. They obviously are, like, within their own rights, geniuses. Like, AR is really, I mean, he is a musical genius, genuinely, in every meaning of the word. Arijit, certainly one of the best, like, he's the best expose of music I can think of from India at the moment. At least in my eyes. I think that's the best and then that's the best understanding of you know, because I guess he gets called a soulful singer, right, for a reason. He truly does sing from somewhere that's somewhat mythical,
untangible,
ethereal, as you call it, or very grounded at the same time. So, but it's also very unique. But it does have alternative tones. But this is probably the most that we see, the least kind of, you know, any influence from anywhere. It seems I would never hear a song like this in any other part of the world that is
not from...
Exactly. It would only be in India. That would
I totally agree. It's a very staple musical complexity that only comes hand in hand due to the cinematography aspect of it.
No.
The film industry is so intertwined with music
Yeah.
that it allows for creativity to flow in the most unpredictable directions ever, and it creates such an emotional journey, overall, and it engulfs you in this new world that they create for you in 2 minutes.
I did do a little bit of research regarding the song, obviously, and that's why I think we're so, because everyone said this is probably quite complex, and you probably do want to fucking take your time with it. But it is, even though it's so short, which is very odd. I did see there was another version though. There was like a 3-minute version, but that would only be 20 seconds longer.
Yeah,
but it had no video, so I was like, let's just do the video instead. But
the visuals are incredible though.
Yeah, add a lot, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Let us know more about it if you do know anything about it. If you haven't had a chance to listen to it, do make sure you go to the original and you
give it a little listen.
Yeah, give it like a continuous listen. And apart from that, goodbye.
Yay.